What if I told you the most shocking part of this insider salary leak isn't the number, it's what it suggests about priorities, pressure, and purpose in today's entertainment industry? Because the rumor going around isn't just, how much did he earn? It's, did he choose to earn less to make something better? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might see celebrity pay, documentary work, and even your own comfort zone in a completely different light. Before we begin, none of the salary figures discussed online are officially confirmed. Think of this as a careful breakdown of what's being claimed, what's plausible, and why the conversation matters, without treating rumors as facts. Salary stories spread quickly because money feels like truth. Numbers appear objective, measurable, and final. When a headline hints at an unbelievable salary, audiences instinctively believe they are being offered a shortcut to understanding power, success, and worth. In the entertainment industry, where public images are carefully curated, a salary figure seems to promise something rare: access behind the curtain. However, this same attraction is precisely why the salary angle can mislead. A number, isolated from context, flattens a far more complex reality. It ignores production scale, creative compromise, long-term strategy, and personal motivation. It also reduces a creative project to a transaction, when in reality, documentary work often involves risk, restraint, and values that cannot be priced easily. More importantly, the obsession with pay can distract audiences from asking better questions. Instead of, how much was he paid? The more revealing questions might be, why did he accept this project? Or, what does this choice say about the kind of work he wants to be associated with? The viral nature of salary discourse reflects our collective curiosity, but it also exposes a tendency to confuse financial visibility with genuine insight. Money catches attention, but it rarely tells the full story. Among all the claims circulating, the idea of a voluntary pay reduction stands out not because it is dramatic, but because it feels quietly radical. In an industry often defined by escalating fees and competition for billing, the suggestion that someone might step back financially to protect creative quality challenges, familiar assumptions. If true, such a decision would not be about sacrifice in a sentimental sense. It would be a strategic and philosophical choice. Accepting less in the short term can create space for better storytelling, stronger teams, and higher production standards. It signals trust in the project and confidence that quality work will speak for itself over time. This claim resonates deeply with many viewers because it mirrors real-life dilemmas. People across different professions recognize the tension between immediate reward and long-term meaning. Choosing a role that aligns with one's principles, even if it pays less, is a decision many quietly admire but rarely see reflected in public figures. Even without official confirmation, the discussion itself matters. It reframes success not as constant accumulation, but as selective commitment. Whether or not the claim is accurate, it opens a valuable conversation about intention, restraint, and the courage to prioritize substance over surface rewards. There is a widespread belief that quality is proportional to budget. Bigger numbers are expected to produce better results. Yet some of the most memorable documentaries challenge this assumption by proving that clarity of vision often matters more than financial scale. A modest budget, when managed with discipline, can sharpen creative focus. Without excess resources, teams are forced to make deliberate choices. Every scene must serve a purpose. Every location, cut, and sound choice must contribute meaningfully to the story. In this way, limitation becomes a form of refinement rather than a weakness. Audiences often sense this difference. A production that feels premium is not defined by extravagance, but by coherence. Viewers respond to pacing that respects their attention, visuals that feel intentional rather than decorative, and narratives that trust silence as much as spectacle. In documentary filmmaking especially, authenticity carries weight. When a project avoids unnecessary gloss, it can feel more honest and grounded. A carefully controlled budget may even protect the emotional core of the story, ensuring that technique supports content instead of overpowering it. What appears restrained on paper can ultimately feel richer on screen because it places meaning, not money, at the center of the work. Specific numbers have a peculiar power online. Once a figure is repeated often enough, it begins to feel real, even in the absence of verification. The 15 million RMB rumor persists, not because it is confirmed, but because it sits comfortably between plausibility and shock. It sounds precise enough to be credible, yet striking enough to provoke reaction. Such figures thrive in digital spaces where speed outweighs scrutiny. A clear number is easier to share than a nuanced explanation. It invites judgment, comparison, and debate, all of which fuel engagement. In this sense, the rumor survives less because of its accuracy, and more because of its usefulness in conversation. Yet the reality of industry compensation is rarely transparent. Fees are shaped by contracts, scope of work, duration, rights, and confidentiality clauses. Public disclosure is uncommon, especially in projects where collaboration and trust are emphasized. Treating an unverified number as fact risks misunderstanding both the project and the people involved. The persistence of this rumor reveals something broader about audience behavior. Many are searching not for truth, but for a symbol of value. The number becomes a stand-in for worth. Recognizing this helps viewers step back and approach such claims with curiosity rather than certainty. Beyond finances and rumors, the documentary's most enduring impact lies in its emotional and philosophical core. The discussion around comfort zones resonates because it speaks to a universal experience, the tension between safety and growth. Rather than presenting challenge as something to escape comfort entirely, the idea here is subtler, to expand it. This reframing is powerful. It acknowledges discomfort without glorifying suffering. Growth is not portrayed as heroic pain, but as gradual adaptation. What once felt intimidating can, through repetition and reflection, become familiar territory. This approach feels humane and sustainable, especially to viewers who are navigating pressure in their own lives. The notion of different forms of happiness deepens this message. Not all fulfillment is immediate. Some satisfaction only appears after time has passed, when effort makes sense in retrospect. This delayed joy is often overlooked in a culture that prizes instant results, yet it is the kind that lasts. By focusing on this inner process, the documentary connects with audiences far beyond entertainment. It becomes less about achievement and more about endurance, self-understanding, and patience. This emotional honesty is what allows the story to linger after the screen fades. If you enjoyed this kind of calm, story-driven breakdown, where we keep it respectful, rational, and still emotionally powerful, please subscribe to StarWatch Now. Thank you for watching and for choosing thoughtful content over quick noise. Until next time, take care of yourself. And if you're ready, try expanding your comfort zone this week.